Hi guys, welcome to Easy Peasy Gardening. I'm your gardener friend Ruchi, and today we are going to talk about aeoniums. So I have this aeonium plant and it has been in this planter for probably 3 years. And now I see that the bottom leaves are kind of drying off and falling. You can see even at the bottom of this you see that there are so many dry leaves, and no matter how much I water it, it's kind of the leaves keep falling. So I want to see what's wrong with it. So there are two things I'm thinking. One is that it is possible that this is root bound because this is a big plant and it has been there in this planter for 3 years, as I said. So that is one reason. And the other reason could be that it is getting a lot of sun. So it is right now placed, it is right now at a place where it gets about 4 or 5 hours of morning sun and it doesn't get any sun in the afternoon. So I would think that it is okay sun wise, but maybe it is not because I have other aeoniums growing in my garden in the ground, and they're all thriving, and their florets are kind of open and they are wider, uh, but they are in almost like shade. So they get a lot of indirect sunlight, but they are in shade. So that could be another reason. So I could move this in a shaded area and see if it is doing better. And if it doesn't do better, then I'll dig it up and see, uh, you know, um, what's wrong with it. I mean, is it that it is root bound? So the first step is that I'm going to move it to a completely shaded area. So it gets a lot of outside indirect sunlight, but no direct sun. And then we'll see for a couple of weeks. And if it starts to get better, then uh, we don't need to worry about it. If it doesn't, then I'll remove it from the planter and we'll see. So before I move to the shaded area, so just to be sure then that worked, I'm going to remove all the dead leaves from the bottom. So here, for example, the bottom leaves, they just come out. You touch them and they come out. So they need to be removed, and it is growing very nicely. You can see that the small pups are growing here. So it's not too bad, but it's not. I worry that why do all these leaves they keep falling? You touch them and these leaves at the bottom of the floret. So removing all this and then move it to a shaded area. And if we don't get more of these leaves, the dry leaves, then that means sun was the problem. So I think I have removed pretty much all the dead leaves, and we'll see how it does, and I'll report back. It's been 5 weeks that I moved this planter in a shaded area, and it's doing much better. I mean, you can see that the number of leaves drying at the bottom are less, and the florets have opened up a little bit. Earlier they were more like this one, kind of closed, and now most of them have opened up like this. So it is definitely getting better, but I still want to see if this is root bound. So I'm going to take it out and let's see. And if it is root bound, I'm going to move it to another pot, or at least remove some small roots so that it has room to grow. But in any case, I mean, if you have a plant like this which is not doing well and it's been there in that planter and it's been shedding leaves like this one, just moving it to a different area makes a huge difference. I can clearly tell that this plant is much happier now. It's definitely root bound. As I'm inserting this thing in, you know, I'm hitting the roots. Yeah, it is moving. So look at all these roots. All around, it is completely pot bound. So what happens is when they are root bound, they start to circle around like this. So we have to break that pattern. They get just conditioned to go in circles. So you have to basically uh, open them up a little bit, so that, see, look at this. So you have to open up the soil a little bit, so that some of the roots, they start to go radially out. And of course, in this process, some of those florets will break, and that's fine. There's nothing I can do about it. So I'm just breaking the roots that are going in circle. And especially this plant, it's a very uh, resilient plant, so you don't have to worry too much about it. See, at the bottom there are not that many roots. Oh, the planter bottom is there. So I want to show you the roots. The roots are pretty healthy, and I have broken them on all sides. So now it has space all around. Even if I put it in the same planter, it will work out. But then I noticed that in this planter, there's only one small hole on one side. So probably this is not a good planter because it won't have good drainage. So I'm going to plant it in this one. Just going to, so I've filled it halfway through with the succulent potting soil mix. Put it here. Although, clay planted is better because then it is heavier, and this thing is heavy. The plastic ones can topple very easily because the top is very heavy. But I don't have any other option right now, so I'm going to just use this planter. And then I'm going to fill it up. Okay, so this is all done. Going to water it and leave it in a shaded area, and we'll see how it goes. It's been about 3 to 4 weeks that we transplanted this aeonium in this planter, and it has been in partial sun. And if you notice that there are no dry leaves at the bottom of the florets. I mean, there are a couple like this one here. There's another one here, but not that many. So no more, you know, dry leaves appear. There are a few here, but otherwise, it's all healthy, and it's just uh, growing happily, and not developing yellow leaves. So that means, uh, that process has stopped when we started. A lot of leaves were getting, they were drying up and kind of falling at the bottom. So first we put it under shade so that maybe it was getting a lot of sun. And 4 or 5 weeks, I think 6 weeks passed, and it didn't improve much, and then we transplanted it and it was root bound. And now we have transplanted into a different planter, and now it is doing better. So basically the point I'm trying to make is that you have to watch your plants and make a judgment, what's wrong with the plants. Like the leaves were drying up, so either they don't have any water, or it's too much of sun, or it is root bound. So one by one you start eliminating the possibilities, and then finally you'll find a solution. And that's how you figure out, for most of your plants, what to do about it. And obviously when you grow things in container, it's easier because then you can move the container around. Oh, probably it is getting too much sun, so put it in shade or something like that. When you put it in the ground, then that's an issue that you cannot do. So I hope this video was useful to you. I was trying to explain that, how to watch your plants and how to take care of them. So if you have any questions, leave a comment and I'll try to answer as soon as possible. If you like this video, press the like button and subscribe to our channel. And I'll see you next time. Happy gardening. Bye.